Good morning. This is Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. You are listening to the longest-running business talk show in the great city of Houston, and delighted to talk about the topics we visit every day on the program. Got a great guest, Jon Velie, lined up for us, and I'm very excited about this. I've been looking forward to it. He is an immigration attorney, works not only domestically, but cases that have international implications, and I've been looking forward to this chat. And Jon, welcome to the program. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Kevin. Thanks.
Well, real quickly, let's start off with your website. Can you give that to us real quick?
It's onlinevisas.com.
Onlinevisas.com. Man, that's a great, congratulations for getting a website like that. That's awesome. Kind of give us a story, if you will, about your law firm. Kind of give us your history.
Well, reason we have such a great, URL is that we were one of the first law firms to utilize the Internet. I was corporate counsel for a firm in Dallas called Vetrix that was doing web design, and we saw the Internet go from the sale of goods to the sale of services when stockbrokers went online. So we launched Online Visas then, and we invented something called a menu of visas to really line out what all the different options were for people to come into this country or U.S. companies to bring people in. And didn't really know what we were doing at the time, but the American Bar Association said, hey, you guys are doing something pretty cool, and they gave us an award for equal access to justice. And we sort of started a concept that's now, we've built on to really kind of invest in our clients first by giving away free strategy and guaranteeing our work, and that's worked real well for us.
Yeah, sounds like it. And your firm has also enjoyed a lot of accolades and awards. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, last year, the 2014 International Business Awards, we won Company of the Year in Legal Services. These are called the Stevies, and they're essentially the Oscars of the business world that was created by the editor of Forbes after the Enron debacle, really. And so we won the gold for, best law firm in the world, really, or legal services, and then the bronze in the U.S. version of that and accounting. Also won the Small Business of the Year for the Business Excellence Awards in 2012.
Very good. What would you say has contributed to those kind of accolades?
Well, we really think about how we do what we do. So we've developed a business model that we think is better than what most law firms do. Folks don't like lawyers, I think, in part because of the open checkbook of billable hours. So we bill by the case, not by the hour. And so what we offer is a model of free strategy. So you essentially get to test drive us. Call in or send us a contact through our website, and then we talk about what the options are for a particular person or company, and then we give them a flat fee so they know what they're going to pay and they can budget for it. And then immigration's gotten very difficult lately, and we embrace that challenge because we've been doing it for 22 years with a good success rate. And while immigration has dropped its approval rates from about 93% to 73%, we still enjoy a 94% approval rating. And because of that, we guarantee our work, and that relieves the anxiety to not know if you're going to get it. And what I mean by that is we can't guarantee what the United States government is going to do, but we guarantee that if it's denied, that we'll reapply. And we find success in that and raving fans out of people that we're able to, kind of pull back from disaster and get them on their way.
Yeah, when I was reading, I noticed you guys have kind of a who's who of celebrities that you represent. Kind of give us an overview of some of those people.
Yeah, well, I'm a huge sports guy. I played rugby in college. So while we were on tour in New Zealand, the sport of rugby went pro. And so we did the first green card for a rugby player back in '94. And that's really what made us a national firm, because rugby players around the country are doing it. Today we've represented Pablo Sandoval, the Kung Fu Panda, won the World Series last year, and MVP in the World Series a couple of years ago. We have NHL All-Stars like Sheldon Surrey and first-round draft pick for the Phoenix Suns, Alex Lynn, represented the best rugby player ever, Waseli Serevi, and some movie stars and 3 Wimbledon champs, and the doctor discovered the AIDS virus, and lots of high-tech companies in Silicon Valley and around, and Chinese millionaires and billionaires that want to invest in our country. Some really fascinating people and great U.S. companies that want to compete worldwide by hiring the best, right? So it's been fun working with these kind of folks.
Talking to Jon Velie, and really interesting conversations. We learn more about his unique approach to immigration law, which is really becoming a hot topic. Obviously, someone with your expertise is going to only become more important in the months and years to come. So it sounds like what you've got that really sets you apart is that you actually have highly definable and clear systems. And I think systems make a difference. Talk a little bit about that.
They do, and that's what allows us to represent a lot of people. We build the intelligence of our 22 years in doing this into our documents. So what we do, and this is what gives us a higher percentage of approval, is a number of years ago I represented a gymnast that was painted gold on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and he suffered from the jinx and didn't even get a medal. But we discovered that if we made our briefs look like Sports Illustrated or Time Magazine, that we could personify people from foreign countries. They have hard to pronounce names. We don't want them just to be a number. We really want to explain and like litigators know this, tell the story. Who is this person and why are they coming to our country and how are they valuable? And who's the American company and why do they need to recruit internationally to compete against the best in the world? So this is how we tell the stories of these folks, and we turned our brief into a tool for the adjudicator. We're not at war with them. We want to educate them, and if we have unique situations in somebody, we want to lay it out and make it easier for them to understand. So that method, the visa petition brief, is usually 30 to 40 pages long. Typical lawyers will use a table of contents with a kind of a 4 or 5 page employment letter. We don't do it in the employment letter. We do it in the brief. And then we create the rest of the documents along with our partners that we're representing the client. So we do the drafting. We learn from them. So we think we do a lot more work than the others, and there's value in that because, again, it's a flat fee price. We want to see it approved. We want it to go in there quickly if possible. And those are the processes we use that have helped us, have this high approval rating and hopefully turn into happy clients.
Yeah, I got to wrap it up with that. But, what you do is you humanize what otherwise would be a statistic.
That's correct.
Yeah, and I love that concept. All right. By the way, give that website one more time. How do you want people to learn more about you?
Yeah, onlinevisas.com, like it spells, ONLINEVISAS.com.
Great job. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, when we come back, much more for you. Do you want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdatareview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and this is The Price of Business.